For getting reliable, knowledgeable major news articles about Saudi Arabia, Middle East and around the world, subscribe our channel Star Tucson and don't forget to click on bell. About 1 million expats have left Saudi Arabia, creating a hiring big crisis by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman MBS. Employers say young Saudi men and women are lazy and are not interested in working. The Saudization policy of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has coincided with an expat exodus and a drop in foreign investment. Saudi businesses are complaining that locals don't want to do low-status jobs that many expats worked, creating a real problem for the economy. In November, a paper by the Institute of International Finance projected capital outflows in 2017 at $101 billion, 15% of gross domestic product. A recent rebound in oil prices has temporarily rescued the ailing Saudi economy, but it will not be a long-term solution. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman may have portrayed himself as a modernizer rolling back the country's stultifying social restrictions, but he is struggling to turn the country's financial fortunes around, with the economy suffering a crisis of confidence. Hit hard by the oil price collapse, the kingdom is now experiencing a plunge in foreign investment and high levels of capital outflow as its de facto leader, MBS as he is commonly known, attempts to consolidate power and steer a new economic course. The uncertainty caused by his ambitious, some would say unrealistic, plans to modernize the economy has been further stoked by Saudi Arabia's apparent struggle to fill private sector jobs vacated by a growing exodus of expats. As of April, about 1 million had left the country since late 2016, alarming domestic companies concerned that the foreigners cannot be easily replaced. Their departure is part of MBS's attempt to wean the country off its dependence on oil through economic diversification, a significant element of which involves trying to persuade Saudis in undemanding state sector jobs, which make up 2/3 of domestic employment, and those out of work to take up the new vacancies. The authorities want to generate 500,000 openings for Saudis in the private sector by 2020. MBS has sought to expedite the exodus of foreign workers, who constitute about 1/3 of the population, by stepping up the process of so-called Saudization, essentially the creation of a more productive local workforce. He is hiking up levies on companies employing non-Saudis, requiring foreigners to pay fees for dependents, and restricting the sectors in which they can work, with employment in many areas of the retail and service industries now strictly confined to Saudis. The measures are said to be driving the expat exodus, evident in the marked downturn in the rental real estate market and empty shopping malls. While among high-earning Western professionals Saudi Arabia has long been viewed as a hardship posting compensated by their tax-free status, the majority of foreigners in the country are from the Middle East and Asia, many employed in low-paid jobs in the sectors now earmarked for Saudis. But Saudi business owners are having difficulty getting locals, accustomed to undemanding work in the state sector and generous unemployment benefits, to work for them. Reports suggest many Saudis are put off by what they regard as poorly paid, low-status jobs. The recruitment problems have seemingly sparked so much concern that they have been played out on the pages of the Saudi Gazette, the government's mouthpiece, which normally features anodyne stories about life in the kingdom. In February, the publication reported that a number of heads of chambers of commerce and industry had called on the government to exempt the private sector from 100%, or full, Saudization, especially posts that are hard to fill, such as in construction, amid concerns that many businesses may close down. In May, an item revealed that over a 3-month period over 5,000 fines were issued to businesses flouting Saudization rules in sectors ranging from telecoms to hotels to car rental. Many companies are reported to be circumventing the policy's local employee quota requirement by hiring Saudis and paying them small salaries for what are in effect bogus jobs, a process termed fake Saudization, prompting some to call for the nationalization of the jobs market to be reconsidered. In December, columnist Mohammed Basna'i provided an intriguing insight into private sector concerns over the policy and its possible consequences. Employers say young Saudi men and women are lazy and are not interested in working and accuse Saudi youth of preferring to stay at home rather than to take a low-paying job that does not befit the social status of a Saudi job seeker, Basna'i said, adding that fake Saudization could create a generation of young men and women who are not interested in finding a job and who prefer to get paid for doing nothing. For getting reliable, knowledgeable major news articles about Saudi Arabia, Middle East and around the world, subscribe our channel Star Tucson and don't forget to click on bell. It's free. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe our channel Star Tucson for future video and make sure to click on bell too.